Are you with the shits? Cause they are. Straight out of the Bronx. It's Heidi and Lexi. And you are now tuned into Ladies Pitch. Here's your host, Heidi baby, and Lexi, the motherfucking savage.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Ladies Pitch podcast. What's going on? This is your favorite mommy, Heidi baby.
And your favorite forgetful fish, Dory.
Welcome, guys. Welcome. Dory, what's up, babe?
Oh my God. So I just saw this picture of this lady with hairy legs.
Yo, we get straight into it.
Yo, let me tell ya. So this lady, I wish I could show them. Is there a way to show them?
Sure. Pull it up on your phone.
Oh, okay. So this woman, she combed her hair.
She styled
the hair on her legs, and it looks like she got edges on her legs.
Yo, she look like she has finger waves.
Where do I put it? Like over here?
Yeah.
Can
She
y'all
got
see
the
it?
1996,
Like the
1997
finger wave stuff.
Missy Elliott finger waves on her legs.
Yo, this is like out of control, to be honest. Like, what would make somebody do some crazy shit like this? Like, I just don't understand.
I blame a man.
You blame a man?
Yeah, there's blame everything on men. No, I don't know. Maybe she's a feminist.
All right, but okay. No. Espérate. There is a difference between being a feminist and
Being a hairy bitch.
yes, there's a difference, because she could be a feminist. She doesn't have to style her leg hair. Like, who does that?
If you gonna grow your leg hairs, you might as well make them look popping. Like, I mean,
Nah.
You don't think so?
Remember, and I know what you did last summer, but like the parody one, I forgot what it's called.
I do not remember. No.
I forgot what the name of it is, but it's there's a scene where, you know how they do like the pageant scene?
Okay.
Well, in the parody one, the girl has like pubic hair and they braid it. You don't remember that movie?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of it.
I think it's Not Another Teen Movie.
Okay, I
With
heard
Chris
of that
Evans.
movie.
Remember Chris Evans had like the whipped cream here and here.
I don't remember seeing
that.
that. I honestly don't remember seeing that movie. I just remember hearing about it because I knew it was like, I knew those parody movies.
Yeah,
they made a parody movie for like the scary movies and all that shit. So.
Yeah. So that's kind of like what this was reminding me of, because there's no reason why you need to style your leg hair, bitch. None.
I'm just not for that. Like,
hair in general, right?
Yeah, just, I mean, there are times, of course, that like you really ain't getting none and you really not shaving your legs and stuff like that. Like, I know men don't care about any of that shit from what I've heard.
Yeah.
But it's just like a me thing. Like, I can grow my hairs, my leg hairs a little bit, and, you know, a little peach fuzz and shit like that. But I mean, like, full blown Teen Wolf my legs. Just because I can't do it.
Yeah, I can't do that. I have a limit. There's a limit where I have to, you know, even if it's just for me.
Do you shave or do you wax?
My legs?
In general.
I shave my legs. I only wax my vagina and my underarms.
Yo, I'm gonna be real. Like, I'm lazy to shave. Like, I do it because, of course, for myself, you know, it's part of the hygienic process. But I'm like, yo, I wish I could do like the laser hair removal. I heard it hurts.
It doesn't hurt.
No?
It hurts less than waxing. So I actually tried this a few years ago. And it was just really fucking expensive. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it is expensive. Yeah.
So it was really expensive. And I used to pay, I think it was like $140 every time I went, because I was doing a full Brazilian and I was doing underarms. Underarms are a big deal for me, guys. I keep talking about my underarms. This is why. Like, it gotta go. It has to go.
All hair must go.
But yeah, so I used to pay like $140 plus whatever I used to tip the lady. And I think I did maybe 5 sessions.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the best. That was better than waxing.
Doesn't it, it feels so amazing when you wax, you shave your legs, your underarms, like your hair is done, you exfoliate, you scrub your whole body, like you moisturize. Oh my God, and there's some fresh sheets, bed sheets. Ooh.
Listen, if you have not invested in some satin or silk or whatever type of sheets, do it.
Oh yeah, Dory definitely, like, you slip and slide on her bed.
Hey, so yeah, that actually did happen once.
Slip and slide. Yeah. Okay. We got straight into the shits in this episode. And we're going to continue, of course. But again, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, review the podcast on all streaming platforms. You guys can find Ladies Pitch on Instagram at Ladies Pitch and on Twitter, Pitch718. Just want to give a huge thank you and show much love and appreciation to all the feedback we received on our last episode and the visuals. People were loving it. They were loving our conversation. Seeing the cleavage had a few people be like, oh, I really love the visuals, and I know what they were hinting at.
Oh, right.
Whatever. But yeah, thank you guys, of course, for always tuning in with us and rocking with us. It's always much appreciated. And speaking of Dory,
yes,
your stories with Dory seem to be a hit, and some people actually want like an update. So on our last episode, you told the story about the Uber driver and meeting this Uber driver and being pushy, and a lot has transpired from the last conversation we had about this guy that she met, this Uber driver. But I'm going to let her tell it. So I'm going to make sure that I put the little thing for you, your little sound effect. Stories with Dory. Update.
All right. So this is where we are with Uber. Uber went, let me see. What was the last thing I told them? He was moving really fast.
He was moving fast.
He had left his wife that day. He had left his wife.
The wife.
That was Thursday. On Monday, he literally went to the courthouse and picked up divorce papers. He is currently looking for a room to rent because y'all know here, it is not happening. So he's looking for a room to rent.
Yeah, he was definitely trying to crash here.
Yo, like on some serious shit. And I'm just trying to crash. One thing about me, listen, I am very patient. I will, whatever, like I'll have your back. I will try to help you as much as I can. But if you push me, like if you piss me off, it's just going to be so bad. Like I'm going to be so rude to you because it's just like I've reached my limit. So that's kind of like where I'm headed. Just, for...
I'm a witness to this.
Just, what do you call it? For reference. So, for those of you who are wondering whether I gave him some or not, I did. And I am very disappointed to report that it was trash. There was not a single thing that was good about it. And we do like a boo.
Yes, exactly.
So, yeah. So, it will definitely not be happening again. And as a matter of fact, I feel like that's kind of like, that's the introduction to one of our next topics.
Wait, really quickly. You want to know how I knew the sex was trash? First things first, this guy did not give me big dick energy at all. He is a nice looking guy. But he does not give me big dick energy. And when I say that, I mean that
manly energy.
Manly, that man, he's ferocious and he's gonna like throw you to the bed and have his way with you. He doesn't give that energy at all. I didn't pick that up. So I wasn't even excited for her. Usually your bestie's excited for you before you get dick down. I was not excited for her because I knew it was going to be a disappointment. But you know, I didn't say that. I just let her experience that for herself. Now, this is how I knew that Dory did not get properly digged down. She had her hair done before she went to go get digged down. She returned back with her hair the same way when she left. Now, when you get fucked, if you have your hair styled nicely and straight, you return with your hair looking like
a mess.
A freaking lion. Like,
right.
Your mane is just puffy. It's frizzy.
Yeah, listen, I've had, I used to kind of, whatever, we didn't date. We used to fuck around, but there was this guy, and every time we had sex, like, I knew I needed to leave my hair curly, because one time I actually had my hair straight and I had just gotten it done, and by the time we were done, my shit was curly, like if I had just taken a shower and washed my hair.
See, that's how you know you got fucked.
That's how you know.
But if you return with your hair the same way when you left, man didn't do nothing.
Plus, I make noises, and I didn't make any noises, and I'm sure that she would have heard
nothing. It was silence of the lambs in that bitch. Like,
and
I will say that you hear a pin drop. That's how silent.
And then let me tell you about how he had the audacity to ask afterwards, you know, like how it was, or if I enjoyed it, or whatever the case may be.
Oh, she's a savage.
I said no, because I was not going to lie to him. I said no. He asked me if I came. No. And then he's like, oh, I feel bad. I'm like, it's whatever. Like, it happens.
You should have pulled out your toy and just finished yourself off right in front of him. He's got to learn.
No, but you know what? I actually did say that.
Oh.
Yo, I did say that.
Yo, this bitch is so brutally honest that when she says certain things, like, I don't even know what to do. I'm just like, oh my God, you said that. Like, I just be lying to these niggas sometimes. Like, sometimes.
I don't do that no more.
Like, sometimes. It depends. Like, I like them, you know?
No.
But, I mean, I don't be faking orgasms, but I'd be like, oh yeah, it was okay when it was trash. But no, Dory's gonna tell you, like, no. It was trash.
So, I mean, I didn't actually say it was trash.
I mean, it's so little words.
So, all right. So, my first thing, so when he asked me if I came, I said no. And he's like, oh, I feel bad. And I said, well, you know, that's what my rose is for. That's what I said. And he was like, oh, but, like, you shouldn't have to, like, you shouldn't need that. And I was like, in my head.
Had you done what you were supposed to do.
Right. So, in my head, I was like, well, right, like, if you had fucked me hard enough, then, you know, maybe I probably wouldn't need my rose, but here we are. I didn't say that, though. But I did say, you know, that's what my rose is for, whatever. And then we had, like, this whole conversation, and I was just like, you know, like, because he just kept saying, like, how he felt bad, and he felt bad. And I'm like, you need to just, like, stay, like, stop, just stop. Yeah, I'm like, you just need to stop. I was like, look, it was the first time. It was awkward. You know, usually first times are awkward. So maybe it's not like, you know, like whatever. Like, just don't beat yourself up about it. It is what it is. But I was honest. I did say, you know, like, I didn't really, like, enjoy myself. Now. I'm just trying to, like, figure out. I just don't understand. I
don't think there's anything to figure out. I think that's just a clear cut. Like, that's it. It's
right.
not.
So I just don't have the energy to try to, like, teach him. He's teachable. He is. But I just don't want to teach him. And then, you know, there's the whole issue with whatever the fuck he's going through. Like, you need to stabilize yourself first, my love. And then, you know, maybe.
I don't think, I just
But
think,
I don't know. I really don't think so.
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh, and he wanted me to meet his kid.
Yeah,
He
no.
was already planning for me to meet his kid on Thursday.
He's trying to make her stepmommy like so soon. No, I think
2 weeks. Not even. It hasn't even been 2 weeks yet.
Tomorrow will be 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, tomorrow will be 2 weeks.
Tomorrow will be 2 weeks since we met this Uber driver, and I just honestly listen. I said it. I think that you should just cut it off. It's only the day after since you gave him some, so we don't know right now
and
how clingy he's gonna get.
I was so quiet today that it was ridiculous. I'm actually, I actually kind of hope that he just like goes away.
He's not going to. He's not going to. Unfortunately, he's messed up right now, and that's unfortunate. That's life. Shit happens. People break up, people separate, people divorce, whatever. They have a child. He has a child in the middle with his wife. But none of that is your problem. And none of it is your responsibility to take on as far as like, being nice enough to open your doors to him and letting him stay here, or try to help him in any way financially, or even him trying to nice. No, but I'm just saying, like, even, because a lot of men will try to test those boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're nice enough or they're cool enough or they think they give you good enough sex, like, they can crash or they can slowly move in and move themselves into your lives. Like, I just feel like he needs to figure out his life. Right. He has a lot of things going on right now. I think he needs to figure out his life. The last thing
he should be thinking about is trying to date somebody else.
Trying to date someone.
And I'm really not trying to be nobody's rebound person. Like, I'm really not.
Or even trying to introduce.
I just don't even want. Like, I don't want a relationship. That's like kind of like the first thing. Like, I don't want a relationship. I really don't want a relationship. I don't think that I view relationships the same way anymore. I had a very topsy-turvy type of marriage, and I don't know. And I've discovered kind of like polygamy since. So I'm like,
okay, yeah, we did have that conversation. I'm sorry, I'm just like feeling really cozy.
Yeah, no, like I don't think that I can be monogamous again.
Ever.
I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like committing to anybody. I guess I would just have to like meet the right person, I guess you can say. But where I am in the headspace that I am right now, my focus is not on a relationship. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would love to have somebody to like, I don't know, to do like coupley things with, but not without commitment. If that makes sense.
No, it makes.
I want a partner. I don't want a boyfriend.
It makes total sense, and I feel like more and more people are open to that idea. We still have a lot of people that are more into like the traditional, wanting to get married and wanting to be monogamous in a relationship. But I feel, I think that as time progresses and just society changes, I think a lot more people are open to the whole, polygamy relationship.
I think so. I think
for whatever reason.
It's just so much more common now.
It is.
It was so frowned upon before. Wow, remember? Yeah. Like, it's crazy. And now it's just like.
But it's not for everyone.
It's really not. And word of advice, like, don't do it to please your partner.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not your thing, then it's not your thing. If you try to do this in a way where it's just like because you want to make sure that your other person is happy because you know that that's what they want, but it's not really what you want, don't be so fucking nice. Be an asshole. No. Be like, no, that's not for me.
Yeah, I agree. I always say that as well. I say the same thing about threesomes. Like, don't do it just to please your partner. Do it because that's something that you
want to try.
That you want to try and that you actually do like.
Threesomes can go left real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So fast.
Yeah, we had Dory tell her story on here about threesomes.
Did I? I don't even remember.
Yeah, you have.
Listen, please don't expect for me to remember what I say in other episodes.
Hence why her nickname is Dory.
Yeah, please don't expect for me to remember what I've said in the past. I really, really don't.
But this story does pose the question, like, how soon is too soon to meet like your boo's kids? I mean, I know you were in a relationship for a long time.
2 weeks is definitely too fucking soon.
Oh, for sure. 2 weeks is too soon for me to even consider you someone that I'm talking to.
Listen, 2 weeks is too soon even for you to fucking sleep over. Like,
2 weeks is too soon for a lot of things. A lot of things. Too soon. 2 weeks too soon. Like, yeah. But, you know, now I know, like I said, I know that you was married for a long time. So this is like the first time that you're really out there dating and experimenting and doing all these other things. But how would you feel about, like, you know, if you get into a serious relationship with someone and they have kids, like, about like what's the time frame you think that, I know it's situational and everyone's different.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's situational. So okay, so for me, I love kids. I actually would prefer to date, like now, I would prefer to date a man with children than a man with no children. Because it's been my experience that the guys, you know, single guys with no kids, they have these expectations that I feel like are a little unrealistic. And I'm a single mom of 4. Yeah, my oldest moved out. Okay, so I'm a single mom of 3, let's say. But there's no, you know, my husband passed. There's no dad to take the kids on the weekend. Like, it's literally just me. So it's like whoever I date needs to understand the fact that my kids will always come first.
For sure.
Whatever issues I may have or whatever. Like, I'm going to probably cancel on you like 6 times. And you kind of like just got to be okay with it because there's really nothing else that you can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you've got to be understanding to the fact. And that's the part that's difficult for, like, let's say myself that I have no kids.
Right.
Dating someone that does have kids, that's where, like, it's like, damn, because I'm an understanding person by nature. But at the same time, it's like, what that got to do with me?
Do you see this shit?
I'm just saying, like, what does that have to do with me that your baby mama doesn't want to stay with the kids so we can go on a date? Like, and it's happened to me. And I've been understanding, but sometimes it fucking sucks when you make plans.
It does
and
suck.
It has happened where, like, the same day, the same night, they're like,
but
yo, my.
It kind of comes with the territory.
Because you have those baby mamas that be hating and they just know that, you know, he's about to go do something possibly with another woman and they just want to like shit all over that and be like, well, no, you've got to stay with your kid or whatever. Like, whatever the case is. Like,
so
I want to just punch her in the face.
Fun fact. My husband and I separated for about a year. And in the time that we were separated, I was dating. And I used to go out. I used to work from 4 p.m. to midnight. And I used to just go out on my dates after work. And because he would be
at
with
midnight.
The kids. Yeah, and I go, yes. And he would be with the kids. So I just wouldn't even tell him. Like, I would just go. Like, what is he going to do? He can't leave. And I used to just go. And then whenever I would come back, he would fight with me. He'd be like, one time he got really disrespectful and he was like, oh, you got me here watching the kids while you're fucking somebody else, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I'm not fucking you. So, like, what's the problem? Like, I just don't see what's wrong here. Mm-hmm. Like, why are you mad?
We are not together.
Why are you mad? And he was seeing somebody else at the time also. So it's like, why are you mad? Let me get some.
Yeah, see, those are just problems that I just dread going through, dating a man with kids. And for the most part, I've kind of like always dealt with guys that have kids.
Really?
Yeah. My last relationship, he didn't have kids, so that was awesome. We went and we did shit and we didn't have to worry and we didn't have to answer to a baby mama and it was great. My first relationship, he had a daughter. And since I've been single, yeah, most of the guys have had kids. Either 1 kid or 2 kid, 3 kids.
I don't know. I'd rather them have kids. And I don't care different. About all right, so for me, in my case, I know that my boys are not ready for me to like bring somebody home, you know? So I know that that's like a hard stop. It's like a really big boundary for me. And I let them know, you know, as you've been told, I am very honest. And it's the first thing that I do. When I meet a guy, I basically tell him all the things that I feel are negative about myself.
Okay.
That's kind of like how I approach that. I'm like, look, this is my story. This is what I've been through. This is what I'm looking for. And it's up to them whether they want to stick around or they want to like run. And you know, I'd rather it be in the beginning, you know, like for some people it may feel like it's oversharing or like it might be too soon to share certain things.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that's my way of protecting my feelings. Because if I start liking you and I go out with you on a date and then, you know, like that's when I tell you about whatever and it's like just not for you. I mean, you know.
Yeah, you give them the option if that's something that they want to deal with or not. That's fair. I think that's very fair. I feel like people should be that honest when they put themselves out there to date. And it sounds like that's maybe too much too soon, but unfortunately we're at an age where really don't have time to waste. No beating around the bush. Like this is the situation. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm looking for.
Right.
And now that we speak on that, actually, this guy that, well, we didn't get to meet, but we were texting back and forth. And I actually appreciate the honesty that he gave me because I guess I wasn't really being too responsive lately. And it's just that, you know, I've kind of just been busy or kind of just wasn't really in the headspace to entertain what like he was offering, I guess. And, you know, one morning he was like, good morning. And a few days ago, he was like, good morning. You know, maybe it's a little too early for this, but, you know, I kind of feel like I'm standing out here alone. Like you're not really being responsive. And I get that you're busy. That's perfectly fine. But, you know, I just would like more time.
Like more communication.
For more communication from you. And he was like, so far, like the conversation has been great, but you know, he kind of just wanted more. Like there was like 2 occasions where he wanted to like FaceTime, you know, and he didn't just FaceTime me, which I appreciate.
Right.
But you know, he did ask like, oh, tonight let's FaceTime. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. But then I didn't, you know, and then I get it. It seems like he's looking for a specific thing or he's looking for more than just someone to be like a phone buddy with.
Right.
You know, and I totally understand that.
Kind of cool because
and it is, and it was cool the fact that he communicated that because then I know how to like move after that. Because if you really if you're feeling that I'm not providing or I'm not open to something that you're looking for, then I'd rather know. So like that, you know, it is what it is, and I can just let you know, like, listen, yeah, maybe just I'm not really in the headspace for that right now, and you know, it is what it is. Let's just, we can be cool. We can be cordial or whatever. And then, and that's kind of like what we left it at. And he was just like, you know, I'm here, like whatever, you can hit me up whenever. And
that's so funny.
And see what's up. And I'm like, cool. He was mad cool. I can't even really say, you know, anything bad. The communication was cool. The conversation was cool. But like I said, I just really wasn't like, you know, when you get in that headspace where you just really, it's like, fuck the world. Kind of, and you just like in your bubble and in your shell.
I've definitely
so
been
there. I tend to get like that sometimes, just because sometimes I have a reason and sometimes I don't, and you know, it is what it is. But I really did appreciate the transparency on his part. So
all right, so we're gonna move into trauma dumping
because
you know, since we're talking about first dates and all, why not? Have you? On a first date?
Nah.
I have.
Nah. Nah, okay. I don't.
I have.
I got so much trauma that it's not even dumping. I'm going to like, you're going to suffocate underneath all my trauma. Yeah, me buried under all my trauma. Like, all right, can't do that to you.
I went on a date. And
how long ago?
This was last year.
Okay.
Like, maybe longer. I don't know. It was definitely over a year ago. The guy and I are actually still friends, and like we're cool.
Hi,
we
friends.
talk or whatever, and he might be listening. So hi.
Hi, friends.
Right. So we went. He came. He picked me up. We went to this restaurant or whatever. The food sucked. We had sangria, and the sangria wasn't the best, but the food definitely sucked. And then after we went to, like, we just took a walk. So the restaurant happened to be across from like this green area or whatever. So we went for a walk. I don't know why. I really don't understand why I did this. But I don't know. I really don't understand. Like, I don't even know how it got started. But long story short, I ended up telling this guy about like something that happened to me. Oh my God, like a million years ago. And I don't know why I told him. Like, I don't know why. All right.
What were you going through that night?
Honestly, I really don't know. And then I felt like because I overshared,
It turned him off?
Yeah, I felt like I overshared and it turned him off because then he dropped me off and he gave me a fucking hug, not even a kiss, a hug. And then we just, like, we didn't see each other for months afterwards.
Were you trying to link up afterwards?
I don't remember. Like, I don't remember if
Or was he attempting to take you out on another date?
No, it just like, it was just cold, like quiet. And then one time I posted like a really sexy picture on Instagram. And he responded to it or whatever. And then that led to like this whole long conversation about that night. And I was like, I'm sorry. I know that I like overshared or whatever. And I was like, I just, it felt like you weren't interested. And that was before I even overshared. So after oversharing, it just felt like you really, really weren't interested. But it turns out that he was, and he was shy. He didn't know how to like come back, I guess. I don't know.
What sign is he?
He's a Pisces.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a Pisces.
We can be shy sometimes.
Yeah, so it was so whatever. So now we're friends and we talk and like, yeah, it's a little flirty, but it's not like out of this world. I'm sure that I've done it other times in the past, but that's the one that like really stands out.
Not on the first date. No, I don't think I've ever like trauma dumped on a guy unless we got that deep in the conversation where we're both comfortable and we're sharing that type of information. But I think for the most part, I try to avoid that because I don't know, I don't want to say like I'm embarrassed of my trauma, but...
Are you like a Pringle? Once you start, you can't stop?
Yeah, like, I just, like, there's just so many things, and like, sometimes I just don't want to ruin my chances with someone. I'm very delusional, so like by the first or second date, I'm romanticizing how we're gonna get married and how we're gonna be together forever. Typical woman, right?
No.
So I just maybe I'm exaggerating a bit, but you know, if it's like a really first great date or second date, then I become just a little tad delusional. But yeah, and I would be afraid to ruin my chances with that person by just oversharing or just like dumping all my trauma on you and just, you know. Now, I'm currently not dating, but one of the things that I do want to stop is I don't want to have the conversation about exes. I don't know if that's like I'm okay with the conversation coming up later on, but I mean like in the very beginning, like if we're talking, you know, it's talking and dating exclusively and then whatever. Somewhere in between those cracks, situationship, you fall into the situationship. I don't know how, but I just don't want to like talk about the exes. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I feel like a lot of men will judge you on who you were back then. And I was in those relationships when I was younger and fairly young. So I'm not the same person that I was back then.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Up. I feel like men do that regardless.
You think so?
I feel like that's a trait for men, and I don't want to generalize. I don't want to say it's all men, but I feel like for a large part of the male population, your past, I feel like it's hard for them to see, like, through, like I don't know how to explain it. Like, for them to kind of like disregard like whatever you went through or whatever happened to you. I feel like they just, once you tell them about it, they just kind of see you in that light.
Yeah, and I think that's unfair, right?
I think that's unfair because I feel like we don't really do that unless you're a serial cheater. Then and you acknowledge that you're a serial cheater, then that's something that is gonna always be in the back of our heads. But like other things, like things that were like, let's say, out of your control, we're not gonna judge you for it because
right.
I don't know, or at least I won't judge you for it because
neither would I.
As you have heard, I've had quite my fair share of fucked up stories. So I don't judge anybody ever.
Yeah. So that's just my experience with like trauma dumping and just sharing overall your past, and just outside of just your trauma, but just like your past dating history. You know what I mean? Because then it's kind of just puts this like, oh, she has a history of dating. And like the good men out there, they really do judge you. Like if you've dated fuckboys in the past. Because then they'll start with the, oh, so now you ran through your share of fuckboys. They did you wrong and now you want to date a good guy. Like now you want to give us a chance.
Why?
You know?
Right. So I'm going to be honest. You know, women always say we want a good guy. And in theory we do, but we don't.
What?
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? Like, I want a good man.
Well, all right.
I want a good guy.
I want a good
and
guy.
I mean, like,
right,
and
so
I don't
mean
mean
like a good guy too, but every time that I meet a good guy, I don't want them.
See, okay.
Trauma.
That's where we,
Trauma response.
That's where we differ just a tad bit. When I say a good man, I don't mean like just because some men, they possess like the basic human decency traits and they automatically think they're a good man. Like, no, you're just a decent human being. Like, I'm not giving you extra points for you being a decent human being.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean a good man, like you about your business and you do what you say you're going to do. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
say what you mean,
say
mean what you say.
Yeah, exactly. Like a man of your word, like your word is your bond, that type of shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like you do shit for yourself. Like you're motivated, you're ambitious. Like you've got goals for yourself. You know, you're a family man. You have, you know, morals and values and things like that. Like you put that above everything else. That's what I mean by a good man. And of course other things, but you know, you got a lot of men out here that they just like, they do like the bare minimum and they're like, I'm a great guy. Like I am the table and this and that. Like, man, fuck your table.
Yeah, fuck your table for sure. Fuck your table.
Mm-hmm.
In case you haven't gotten the memo, it is not 1950 anymore.
Yeah. They've gotten
honestly,
it. They just don't care.
Sometimes I feel like
I need you to elaborate on the, you're not looking for a good man though, but.
Oh, all right. So, okay. So here's the thing. It has been my experience. I don't know. Look, I'm a toxic bitch. That's all I can say.
I love how she couldn't like explain her statement.
I can't. I really cannot explain it. I don't know what it is. I'm a toxic bitch. I'm fucked up and I like when niggas ignore me sometimes.
Lord.
No, I'm lying. Don't ignore me because then I get mad and then I get crazy.
Yo, she said don't ignore me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
When I say I don't agree, but I understand what she's saying. I also don't want to be with a man that I feel like I can step all over him.
Right. Like, we don't want to push over.
Yes.
And I feel
don't
like
want
a
to
lot
push
of
over.
guys, that's their trait of being nice.
Yes.
It's by just complying and just giving you everything that you want because they feel like that's what it is. To a certain degree, maybe. But you got to give us some pushback, man. You got to tell us to sit the fuck down and shut up whenever it's necessary.
Right.
Like,
you got to hold us accountable to shit as
Yeah.
well. Like a good guy, let's just say the good guys that we're talking about, they won't do that. Like,
No.
you can step all over them. You'll do shit. They'll never hold you accountable. They let you get away with any and everything. And you need to understand that most women will step all over you if you allow them to. And a lot of men do know this. You know what I mean? A lot of men are onto game. But us women, we will definitely stomp all over you if you allow us to. For sure.
Yeah.
A lot of them won't admit it. But we are here to tell you that we will. We definitely will. You need to put us in our place sometimes.
Put your foot down.
Put your foot down.
You know, as sexist as this is gonna sound, because I don't really call myself a feminist. Like, I'm all for women empowerment and all of that.
I can't be a feminist because a lot of women do a lot of fucked up shit. So
I agree.
I
agree.
I'm not
feel
for
like
a lot of the bullshit that we do.
Female toxicity is just as bad. I feel like female toxicity is just as bad. And most people see the woman as like the weak link, so they don't really acknowledge that. Like, everything goes to the man. The blame always goes to the man. And it's not always the man.
It's not. It is a lot of times, but a lot of times it's not.
Right. So I forgot what the point that I was trying to make.
And another thing, another thing as well that really bugs me with women, especially friendships, women don't hold each other accountable for shit. It's very rare where you have a female friend, and I'm speaking about like people that have been in my life that will hold me accountable. They will cheerlead all my bullshit. When I was like extremely toxic, like, they would be cheerleaders to all my bullshit, even though they knew that my actions were self-destructive.
Yeah.
And instead of saying, like, they would call themselves my friends, instead of telling me like, yo, Haiti, what you're doing is you know, it's not good. You need to chill. Like, you need to check yourself or whatever. They would just be like, yeah, girl, like, fuck this and do that. Yeah, do that. When in reality, like, I was self-sabotaging. I was self-destructive. Like, I was just harming myself. You know what I'm saying? I know that no one else is responsible for my actions. But if you're my best friend or you're someone that I deem very close to me and you're in my inner circle, my circle is very small, but if I have you in that inner circle, then as a friend, I feel like if I'm doing some bullshit that you know it's just self-destructive, I feel like you should hold me accountable to that shit. And I would do that. I would do the same for my friend. Like, yo, I don't think you should. Yeah, you need to chill. I don't think that you should. Yeah, like, you need to chill. Like, it got nothing to do with, I don't love you. I love you to death. And that's why I'm telling you, because if I didn't care, I wouldn't give a fuck what you do with your life. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like,
don't be enablers.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of women, they enable their friends and they don't hold them accountable to shit. And I think it's super whack, and it's not spoken about enough. That's why I can't be a feminist. Yeah. And I've been in circles of women where women do the most like fucked up catty shit. They do the most
on the low.
No,
underhanded. Everything is underhanded with women.
Yeah.
Nothing. There's very few women that everything is like straightforward, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
And then those are the ones that society calls problematic because they don't stay quiet and they stand up for themselves and they're not with the bullshit.
For sure. The catty shit that women do to one another, the shit that women do to men. Listen, I have legit seen a woman, and this woman was a friend of my friend. She wasn't my friend, but she was dealing with this man, and I won't go into too much detail, but she dealt with this man. She literally broke this man down, like emotionally, physically, with her toxicity, like to the point that my man had to go to therapy. afterwards because he was like on the brink of like committing suicide. Seriously. Like I've
I
heard
don't know about
stories,
y'all, but I kind of
yeah.
want to know these details.
I've heard stories like that. I've heard stories of like women having a kid, and the man thinking that that's his child, and that's not. He's raising a kid that's not really his kid, and that's a secret.
Like that really
and she's
happens.
bragging to her homegirls how he's taking care of a kid that's not his, and
That's not something to brag about,
right?
That
But
is not, and
that's
like,
just an example
if
of
that is your biggest secret, you shouldn't fucking brag about it. Like, do you realize what would happen? Like, if your kid would find out.
But again, someone will do that when they have friends that don't hold them accountable and don't tell them about themselves. Because if I have a close friend that comes to me and tells me that shit, like, oh, that's not his baby, blah, 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 I'm going to be like, bitch, you're tripping. Like, why are you
need to
even?
keep that shit to yourself.
You need to keep that shit to yourself.
I'm going to just pretend you ain't even say that.
Yeah, and now I got to distance myself from you because that just tells me a whole lot about your character that I can't fuck with. I can't fuck with it. I'm always a person that I feel like if I see that if you're my friend and I call you my friend, if I see that you move very funny with other people that you call your friend, my trust issues are going to tell me that you will move like that with me eventually. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's just a matter of time.
She sees long term.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. Like in the long run, you're going to eventually do something to me that's shady. That it's gonna force me to have to cut ties with you and burn that bridge and burn it completely.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
and you're gonna be like, damn, I fucking knew it. I
yeah, like
to my gut.
like I burned the bridge, which means you can't cross back over. That's it. Like dynamite's on the bridge. But that's kind of like how I am. If I see that you move funny with other people, I'm just gonna eventually be like, damn, it's a matter of time before this person starts moving funny with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. That has been my experience, in the past with friends, unfortunately.
Right. We're going to lighten the mood now because we got into some deep shit.
Yeah, we did.
For a while. So we're going to lighten the mood by talking about lube.
Lube!
So.
Does it entail anal?
Huh?
Does it entail anal?
I mean, I don't know. Let me tell you guys what it is.
Yeah, this bitch just came across this, and I was like, "Ooh, let's talk about it on the pod." Yeah.
I just gotta find it.
Side note: so Dory looks for that on the TV. They're giving one of my favorite gangster movies of all time, Goodfellas, and like I've always wanted a man like Joe Pesci.
I asked her, what does she mean by that?
And it's because he's a badass. He's just a badass. Like, I love me a man that other people fear. Yes,
so
like
I don't know if fear is really the right word.
Respect. But in this movie,
in this
movie he was in this movie he was feared. But I think I posed the questions to someone before, just a random conversation. Would they rather be feared or respected? And I think that was a question that was in the movie, one of my other favorite movies, A Bronx Tale. And he said he'd rather be feared because fear lasts longer than respect. Because at least fear will come from your enemies, and you know what to expect from your enemies. Yeah.
Well, damn, girl.
Hey, listen.
I know. All right, so
Just
I found it. Well, you know what? I don't know. I don't want to be feared. I want to be respected. Like, I don't ever want to give off that energy that you need to fear me. Yo, I don't even do that to my kids. Like, I can't.
My mom made sure I feared her.
Yeah, so did mine. And I think that's why I am the way that I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I've said this before because I say it all the time. I didn't want to be like my mom. So I am different. And I think it's in a good way.
Try to parent differently than your mom did.
Because I don't, I have family members that'll tell me, like, you just need to, like, whoop their ass or whatever. And I'm like, no, this is in this house, we do not hit.
That's true. I've never seen you hit your kids.
We don't hit here. And when it gets to the point where it's like, I'm about to beat your ass, I just say, I never hit you.
Don't make me.
Yeah.
Because
like,
I know
don't make me. Don't let this be the time.
Because that threat
that usually.
Yeah, because you never do that threat actually like holds weight.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, I really pushed her over the edge if she's threatening me with violence. Physical violence.
Right, exactly. So usually that's kind of like all it takes.
Well, I feared my mom, but at the same time, I didn't care. Like it's crazy. I was such a rebel. I didn't care about consequences.
I was not a rebel.
Yeah.
I was afraid of my mom beating my ass up until I was like maybe 15. That's when I rebelled. But even then, she didn't hit me at that point. Like by then, she didn't hit me. Like when I was a teenager, she didn't hit me anymore. We did fight once though.
Like y'all threw hands?
Yeah, we fought.
Wow. Can't say that.
Yeah, because I was just like I lost it. And she lost it. And like, I don't know, she just like threw herself on top of me and I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, it was just some crazy shit. It happened with me and my daughter actually one time as well.
Wow.
Because, my daughter is strong. So one time I lost it. I just slapped her. She tried to grab my hand and then it was over.
I think I tried to grab my mom one time too, but it was like reflex trying to block it. And she thought me putting my hand out was me trying to hit her. She lost her shit. She blanked out on me. She's like, you trying to hit me, Pac? I'm like, no. That was like I said, it was a funny thing. Like I knew I was gonna get a beating for shit, but I just didn't care. Like if I would, if I was supposed to be home from school at 4, I was getting home at 10 o'clock at night. But it's like, well, I'm gonna be an hour late. I'm gonna get the same beating being an hour late as being 6 hours late. So fuck it. I'm gonna stay out till 10 p.m. like on a school night. No fucks given. She's not gonna beat me any less if I'm an hour late.
Right.
I'm gonna get the same beat down. So I might as well stay longer, chill with my friends and and actually just doing that, I have the best like high school memories ever. Like I don't even regret it, yo. I had the best time. I have the best memories with my high school friends.
Yeah, we
just
did
cutting school and doing shit like that. Yeah.
Same. No regrets.
Yeah.
No regrets.
No regrets. All right, sliding into this lube.
Oh, the lube.
How the hell did you come across this?
I have a Cosmopolitan subscription.
Damn Cosmo.
Yep, I get it in print and online, bitch.
Okay, let's hear this.
So, Cosmo held something called presenting Cosmo's first ever Lube Awards. So they rated different brands of lube and like what they're for, like what they would be best for. Okay. I was very proud to see the one that I use listed on here as the top.
That's how it came up. Yo, she does have this lube that I think you might have told me like 2 or 3 times. Because this bitch forgets she tells me things.
Yeah.
She's like, yo, you need to get this lube. Like, it's really good.
And I like show her the bottle.
And she shows me the bottle.
You need to get this.
Half empty bottle and shit. Like, yo, you need to get this lube. I'm like, okay, no problem.
Right. So you know what? I'm going to tell y'all what it is because I swear by this lube. It won the award for best lube for anal. And it's called
This is not a paid ad.
It is not, but if you want to sponsor me, feel free because I love your product. So it is called Lube Life. And it's a water-based lubricant, and it was best for anal, and I can second that. And third and fourth. Right. So it's water-based. So it's like, it's $14 on Amazon, and that shit is gonna glide, baby. It'll be like it's just sliding on butter.
It's slip and slide in there. Hey.
Listen, it's the best. But let's go over some of the other ones that are not that cool.
So that was number one.
So that was best for anal because they rated it based on
The usage.
Yeah. So like number one. Okay, so this is best aloe based, and it's Hims and Hers Glide Aloe Vera lubricant, and that was like the best because it was made with aloe and it has like a good pH to support the vagina.
Sounds like vegan lube.
It does, and it doesn't sound very appealing. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry.
Vegan lube for the vegans.
Okay. Best water-based was Playground Love Sesh. And it's $25 on Amazon. And I want to use it now because it's $25 on Amazon and it was best water-based. So I prefer a water-based lubricant over the oil. I can't do that shit. I was going to say things. I'm not going to say them.
Do you use lube on when you use your toy? Because you used to penetration toys and stuff like that. I don't. So I don't use lube unless I'm doing anal, which is once a year. If so.
That's not fun.
I mean, I also don't really be having sex with the most amazing men. Every other 3 dudes I find my favorite.
Why, guys? Why is it like this? Why is it like this?
If I find one that I really enjoy fucking,
I know.
And
you know
he's
how hard it is when you have to give those up.
Yeah,
because it's so hard to find another one like that.
Heartbreaking.
Yo, come on, and y'all swear y'all can fuck and you can't. A lot of you.
But when you find that one that's just on your level and you just enjoy so much.
Are you just picturing it? Because I'm just picturing it in my head.
And you lose him, yo, it's heartbreaking. It
really is.
And then you might not encounter.
Gotta give them up because they're fuck boys.
Yeah, and then
they did some fuck shit.
And possibly you have to go do 3 more to find another one like that. They're never back to back.
Never.
They're never back to back.
Ever.
I've never had the luck of running into one back to back. Unfortunately. But you gotta settle.
God.
You gotta settle for mid just because you wanna freaking.
Listen.
You don't want to develop cobwebs and shit.
Fear of your hymen growing back.
Yeah, for real. So.
No, but all right. Let's get back to the lubes because. All right, best silicone based. So, I wonder this one how liquid silicone feels. Do you guys know? Do you want to share?
Maybe we can purchase one and kind of just
buy all of these and try them.
Yeah, I feel like you would be a great guinea pig for shit like this.
Yo, I really would. I really, really would.
Yeah.
So they have a travel lube.
Travel
lube.
They have travel size lube.
Travel lube. It's called Uber
That's
Lube.
for travel.
Uber Lube Good to Go Traveler.
Uber. I feel like those are for the OnlyFans people.
Travel?
The OnlyFans content creators. Yeah, because they're traveling. They go to different cities to collab.
Yeah, but why would you take that little shit? Just buy one over there. But you probably spend it while you're there. You probably go through the just buy one when you get there.
I mean.
Or just bring yours. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have much faith in Trojan products. No, for no particular reason. I don't know. I just don't get you work vibes out of them.
I haven't had a Trojan product in years.
So there is a Trojan lube. And it just looks so trash. Listen to this shit. Trojan lubricants, water-based, now with vitamin E, H2O, closer. Feels real, feels right. That's a terrible slogan.
Repeat that again. Feels good.
It says
looks right.
Feels real, feels right.
Real, feels right.
I don't know.
I ain't fuck with Trojan and I haven't even fucked.
But they won best value. They're the cheapest.
That's
at
why.
$10 anywhere.
I'm about quality, not quantity.
That is a fact.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I haven't even fucked with a Trojan dude.
What is a Trojan dude?
A guy that uses Trojan condoms.
Oh, I'm like, what is it? Actually, you know what? I have some in my drawer.
Oh, wait. Let's rewind.
What happened?
So the Uber guy that, we previously was telling you about.
No.
So dude had the motherfucking audacity. First things first, when he sent Dory a picture of his, what he was working with, it wasn't the best. Whatever, to each their own, no one to judge. But he had the nerve to come with Magnum condoms. Magnum condoms. Nothing about this man's dick screamed
Nothing about
Magnum.
this man in general.
Nothing about
screams
this
Magnum.
man screams Magnum. Like I previously said, he has no BDE, big dick energy. So like
He gives pushover vibes.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, for sure. Nothing about that man screams Magnum, and he had the audacity to present himself with Magnum condoms.
But Dory is very good at humbling people down. So, let me just say, so he had given me, whenever I saw him or whatever, he had condoms or whatever. And he gave them to me to keep here because he felt like he couldn't have condoms because he was married and whatever. So when he came yesterday and he said, hey, do you still have those condoms? Which, by the way, like, that's a stupid ass question. Because, like, if I would have said, no, I used them, like, how would you have felt? Right?
Yeah.
So,
And he
whatever.
gives me jealous and possessive vibes as well.
Yo,
But
I have a story about that. But yes. So I was like, yeah, but I have some right here. And I gave him a regular schmegular Durex condom. Because, my nigga, that's what you needed.
yeah, yo, it was the audacity for me. Like, what are you doing? Anywho, I just needed
to know who the fuck gave him the idea. Like, where did he come? Who lied to him?
Nah,
Yo,
someone.
because he did ask me when he sent me that picture. He said, "Is it too big for you, sir?" You don't like. Granted, you don't know me, but definitely not.
Yo, nothing. I'm not even lying to you. Nothing about that pic screamed like, I'm gonna put it on you. I'm gonna fucking put you through the bed. Nothing.
I'm gonna need an Italian volunteer to, represent for all Italians out there and show me that not all Italians are trash.
I need Vinny. From Jersey Shore.
Yo,
I love Vinny.
me too.
I love Vinny. He grew on me. Cause
I always loved him.
I think he grew into, cause he was kind of like sissy-ish, mama's boy in the beginning.
Oh, well, yeah.
Now he's like
A man?
stepping into more into like his manhood. He's giving BDE
You think
now.
he's still fucking Angelina?
I don't know, but they have a lot of sexual tension.
Lots.
When you fight too
Yo.
much like that,
Yo, it's
like
crazy.
that means that the sex will be amazing between those two, just because there's so much like tension between them. Who knows?
I don't know. Yeah, who knows?
I'm pretty sure at some point he's curious, because he's a Scorpio and she's a Gemini. Gemini's are fucking nuts, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be intrigued by that crazy just a little bit, because she's probably crazy in bed.
Oh, well, she is crazy.
Yeah, she is nuts. But anyway, the Lube Awards. I feel like we need to. We're gonna create our own little award show. We're probably gonna do like top 5 toys.
Yes.
And like, this is the best toy for anal. This is the best toy like clitoral stimulation.
Have you ever used flavored lube?
Yes, I have.
I never have. I didn't even know it was a thing until I saw it on
Yes. I actually had a guy a long time ago when I first started having sex. He was a few years older than me. And he ate me out for the first time using flavored lube.
I've never used flavored lube.
That was the first time someone ever ate me out from the back. It was amazing.
Oh, I bet.
I was like, oh my God, this is nice.
Do it again and again.
Do it again.
Forever. No,
Don't
I didn't know that there
stop.
was flavored lube. Flavored condoms are nasty. But then again, it's been years.
No, I haven't.
Okay, they have a best worth the hype. And it is called Mod Shine Organic Lubricant. It's $20 on Amazon.
Also for the vegans?
And it says, you know your one friend who everyone wants to be BFFs with because she's that genuinely cool? This is her in lube form.
Hey!
Everything you want to brag about and nothing you don't. That's a nice slogan. Better than that feels
like
real,
it.
feels right shit.
I
Best
like
for
it.
hand jobs. Best for hand jobs. You know, I'm not even going to lie. Are you good at hand jobs? Do you consider yourself
hands
good
are
at
very
hand jobs?
small.
My hands are really small.
I haven't given a hand job in a very long
My
time.
hands are super tiny.
Yeah.
Super tiny.
We have similar hands.
And I suck at hand jobs.
Okay, so strictly like a hand job or actually using your hands when
No,
getting head?
like just a hand job.
Oh, okay.
I suck
Yeah,
at
I haven't
that.
given a hand job in a really long time.
I did recently and
Really?
but I suck at those.
I feel like that's so high schoolish.
It really is.
Right?
It
Like you give someone a hand job, it's like,
is.
oh my God,
It really is.
when you hit third base, like, oh, give me a hand job type shit.
Third base.
Yeah. You know, like first base was kissing.
Third base is now first base.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, for sure. For sure. If like, you know, a guy, if he made out with you and like cop some feels, like touch your titties or something, or like
That don't even
that was like
count.
a big thing. Or remember like a guy fingering you was like a big thing.
That don't count now.
Yeah, that
It does
doesn't
not
mean
count.
shit.
Oh, talking about counting. So I had asked her before, if the sex is bad, does it count? Does the body count?
No.
No, I don't think so either. Like I'm if I was to make
Because it's
a
not
list,
memorable. And
Right.
if it's not memorable, it didn't happen. I'm going to hit you with the Will Smith Men in Black. This did not happen, sir.
not the Men in Black.
Yeah, another Men in Black.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Doesn't
Anyway,
count.
back
That's
to
it.
the Lube Awards, the hand job cream. That
Let us
I
know
am
what
going
you
to
guys
purchase.
think.
I'm gonna purchase this hand job cream because I'm self-conscious about my hand job skills.
Yo, if any woman out there feels that she gives amazing hand jobs, please DM myself or Dory because I
Right.
would definitely I would
I
definitely
wanna
love to
learn from
collab.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah, we wanna
And
learn
maybe you
from
can
you.
give us like some type of hand job tutorial, and we'll definitely have it as like some Patreon
Oh my
content.
God, that would be
or
so
something.
awesome.
Yeah, and the men will be the judges and let us know whether this person is
know
a
what we
good
should
hand
do?
job.
You know what we should do for the next video? A fake sex ed class.
I'm with it.
I think that's what we should do.
I'm with it.
I love it. All right. So, best for hand jobs. I keep saying it because I'm going to buy it. It's called Cake So Low Lotion. It's $10 at Walmart, but it's $20 on their site.
What happened to good old baby oil? What happened to good old baby oil?
It doesn't exist anymore. I don't think Johnson & Johnson makes it anymore.
Oh yeah, Johnson Johnson is giving ovarian
Bankrupt
cancer out here to women and shit. The baby powder
Yo, insane.
and between the Johnson & Johnson baby powder and the Johnson & Johnson COVID vaccine, like their stock has gone down.
Yo, listen. Y'all need to put your money somewhere else. All right, so there is a luxury lube. It says Pulse Personal Lube and Massage Oil Warming Dispenser. So I guess it's the dispenser more than like the lube itself, but it's $200. And
Out of here.
it says, who needs a lube warmer? It's you. You do. Trust us. You need one. It says, this
also,
is
the dispenser
it's the,
keeps your lube
it's the
warm.
ultimate nightstand flex.
If I go to a guy's house and he has that by his bed, I'm just gonna deem him like a fuck boy.
A lube warmer?
Yeah.
What if he's just like a very conscientious guy? He doesn't want it to be cold.
AKA, he's a fuck boy. There's no reason for you to have lube and a lube dispenser by your bed. Either that.
I would do that. I would have that. I'm not a fuck boy.
Either that or you like a lot of booty hole activities. And no judgment because, you know, I've had my fair share of playing with booty holes. But, you know, I'm going to just assume you like that shit. And I don't want to see that on the first date. Or the first, you know, time I go to your house.
Have you ever given... Like, have you ever had sex with somebody? Have you ever had anal with someone and it's their first time? Like, it's not yours, but it's their first time?
No. I can count with one hand the times I've done anal.
Oh, you're not big on anal?
Special occasions. Yeah.
Okay, Tuesdays for me. Now let me stop.
Special occasions.
All right. So, but you've never been like, where it's been their first time, no?
No, not that I can remember.
All right, so I did recently. You know, it surprised me.
Recently.
It surprised me that all right, so OG and firefighter.
Really?
Neither one of them had. And I found that really
And
strange.
I met the firefighter recently.
Oh my God, he's so fun.
I get it.
Anyway.
I totally get it.
So neither one of them had, of course, until this lovely face.
You introduced them to it.
I did. And you know what? And this is how I described it. And I'm not even a guy. And I don't know. Somebody described it like that to me. So I just ran with it. And now that's how I explain it. I tell them it's going to change your life.
She had a life-changing booty hole.
I don't know if it's my booty hole. Well, you know what? Yes, it is my booty hole.
The experience. The overall experience.
Right. It's just, I was like, it's going to change your life. Like, you're going to want to, like, do it more. Like, it's going to become a thing. And sure enough. So I was that person. So I asked when we were done, did it change your life? And this is what I got. I'm going to reenact it. Let's say we're laying down, right? Right? We're laying down. I'm going to act it out. We're laying down. And me, super eager. Just
Let me be the one. Let's play it out.
All right. So you got to be me.
Okay.
Because so you have to be like super excited and like, you know how I am. I'm super extra.
Okay.
All right.
So how was it?
No. Did it change your life?
Oh, did it? Like, how was it? Did it change your life?
This is what I got. Yes. Yes, it did. It was such a dramatic yes. Yes, it did. And it was the smirk for me. Like, yes.
Look at you out here changing lives. She's doing the Lord's work. That was horrible for me to put the Lord in with anal, but he knows my heart. That's always what I say when I want to be forgiven. You know my heart, Lord. You made me this way.
Right.
But yeah.
You don't make mistakes, right? That's what they say.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, man. So, so we're going to wrap it up. We're going to finish it off with the Lube Awards. If you guys have any feedback or just want to, give us some input, like I said, we're going to try to have our own like countdown or like award and give you guys our top 5 favorite toys or lube or whatever we use in the bedroom.
Should we do like, maybe we should do like a longer episode where it's like official, we have like different tables with different things.
We could do all that. Let's not give them our creative ideas out there.
Right.
Yeah, but
we should
definitely stay tuned. Stay tuned. Dory, any final words?
Oh, I forgot what it was. Remember I said those were going to be my final words?
Of course you did, my dear.
What was it? What was it?
I don't remember.
And I was like, this is perfect for Dory's final words. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna go with that picture that I want for my bedroom. And I'm gonna tell you guys what it says. It says, if I forgot to tell you earlier, tonight was awesome.
Oh, neon lights.
And
in
neon
her
lights
bedroom.
over the bed.
Such a friquitona.
Friquito. Never remember that song? That was my shit.
Yeah.
All right, we're wrapping it up.
All right, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, review the podcast on all streaming platforms. Again, you can find Ladies Pitch on Instagram at Ladies Pitch and on Twitter, Pitch718. Ladies, remember you deserve to be fucked and you deserve to be happy and fucked disrespectfully. The whole sex talk kind of threw me off. Yeah. So this is your girl, your favorite redhead, favorite mommy, Haiti baby,
and your favorite forgetful person.
Signing out. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Bye.